Have you ever made a choice that costs you thousands of dollars, like buying a car that's too expensive, booking a trip you have to cancel, or calling off a wedding after paying a deposit? These are the kind of decisions that feel small in the moment, but can seriously derail your finances. We all make money mistakes, but some can cost us thousands, or even set us back years. I made a few myself, and today I'm going to share them with you so you can avoid my financial mistakes and build wealth faster. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more tips on how to master your money while still living your life. Mistake number 1, leasing my car. Buying Blue Jay was probably the smartest and dumbest decision I ever made. While my car is over 10 years old now and has served me well, I went around buying him completely the wrong way. When I got Blue Jay, I didn't shop around or research for financing options. I just signed a lease because the monthly payment looked cheaper. But what I didn't realize is that leasing often seems cheaper up front, but can cost you a lot more in the long run. And if you watched my last episode, you'll know that I crashed Blue Jay right after getting him. It's not my finest moment. Here's the problem with leases. You don't own the car, but you're still responsible for maintaining it. It's like renting an apartment, but still needing to fix everything yourself. When the lease ends, you either start over with another lease or buy the car at a premium. I eventually bought Blue Jay outright. That car accident was my wake-up call to get serious about my money. Owning him gave me peace of mind and saved me a lot in the long run. Here's how to avoid making this mistake. First, shop around. Get quotes on the car you want from several dealerships and negotiate hard. Then save 20% of the car's value. Cars lose value fast, so make sure you have equity from the start. Then find the best loan. Aim for interest rate that's under 7% and a loan term that's under 5 years. And then drive your car for the long haul. Constantly upgrading a car is like throwing money away. Drive your car until the cost of fixing it exceeds the cost of replacing it. And should you buy a new or used car? That's a personal preference. I like new cars, but the key is to keep them until they're no longer reliable. Mistake number 2, stock picking instead of using index funds. Early on in my personal finance journey, I got a book claiming to teach Warren Buffett's investing secrets. Inspired, I built spreadsheets, analyzed financial statements, and invested in stocks like Lululemon and US Steel. Some did okay, others not so much. And after all that effort, I underperformed a simple S&P 500 index fund, which tracks the largest companies in the stock market. I then sold all my stocks and moved everything into the S&P 500 index fund. Later, I switched to a 2055 target date fund for broader exposure. Since then, triple-digit growth with zero effort. I don't track market news anymore. If NVIDIA grows 4,000%, that's great. I own a piece of it through my fund. Here's the lesson here. Investing isn't about being flashy. Pick a broad, low-cost index fund or target date fund. Invest consistently and let time do the work for you. Is it boring? Yes. Is it effective? Absolutely. Mistake 3, timing the market. During Trump's first term in office, like many Americans, I was scared about the economy. Large budget deficits, trade wars, and the COVID lockdowns dimmed my outlook. So I shifted 40% of my investments out of the S&P 500 index fund into safe treasuries. I was worried about stock market volatility and thought I should shift my investments to a conservative allocation to ride out his presidency. But the opposite of what I expected happened. The S&P 500 grew 67% over that period. By shifting so much of my portfolio into bonds, I missed out on half of that growth. What did this experience teach me? First, stay invested. The market is unpredictable, and trying to time it often leads to missed opportunities. Second, stick to a plan. Investing is a long-term journey. The best strategy is to keep buying more shares no matter what's happening in the news. Third, avoid emotional decisions. Looking at your investments too often make it more likely that you react to short-term swings in the stock market instead of sticking to your long-term plan. Not only did I miss out on growth, but I also experienced stress of constantly second-guessing myself. Trust me, investing should be boring. If it feels stressful, you're probably doing it wrong. This time around, I'm sticking to an index 2055 target date fund and riding out the market with confidence. Mistake 4, paying off my student loans too fast. This might sound strange, but paying off my student loans early wasn't my best financial decision. I had $40,000 of student loans with a 5% interest rate, and I was motivated to become debt-free. So I paid it off in 3 years by making extra payments of $1,000 per month. Sounds great, right? Well, not quite. If I just paid off my loan over the 10-year period, I would have paid a total of $52,000 in principal and interest. If I had invested the extra $1,000 per month instead, I would have grown that money to $72,000. By paying off my loan early, I saved an extra $8,300 in interest, but missed out on an extra $20,000 in my net worth. So here's what to do if you have low interest debt that's under 7%. If your required expenses like your mortgage and bills take up more than half your income, pay off the debt early to free up cash flow so you can afford to invest more and spend more on the things you love. If your required expenses take up less than half your income, consider investing instead. Try the Lifecycle Calculator at www.lifecyclepf.com to find your ideal balance between investing and spending. And then prioritize long-term goals. Instead of paying off low-interest debt aggressively, put that money instead toward building an emergency fund or saving for retirement. What's the biggest takeaway? Stick to a plan. Whether it's buying a car, investing, or paying off debt, knee-jerk financial decisions almost always cost you. Play the long game. You'll come out ahead. What about you? Have you ever made a money mistake that cost you thousands of dollars? No shame, just lessons. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you want personalized help with your money, check out the Work With Me page on my website. If this video has helped you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with a friend who can use these lessons. Remember, life is lived outside your wallet. Cheers. And now a word from our sponsor.